Okay. I don't know how well you can hear me because there's fans on. I can't turn the fans off because there's a lot of cigarette smoke that enters my unit from people smoking in adjoining attached units, and that sucks. Um, so I am dealing with having survived being strangled by someone that I loved and trusted. Um, and um, One of the things that I'm dealing with is my abuser just like totally denying uh, that there's any harm caused to me, that it's a big deal. Um, he said I didn't crush your larynx or whatever. Um, and it doesn't take a lot of pressure to damage things in the delicate neck. And when the paramedics came and looked me over, they could actually see like his hands are fully printed on my neck, and I had the pediche, whatever, that the spots on the roof of my mouth that indicate that I had indeed been strangled. And he strangled me, and he put a pillow over my face to suffocate me. I might have lost consciousness for a moment. I'm not sure. He also had been beating me in the head so severely it chipped my teeth, and I had a concussion from that, a mild concussion. I had like vertigo and nausea for like a straight week before it went away. And the cat is playing with lanyards, just every lanyard on anything, just any dangling. It's delightful. But anyway, so it's really, I keep searching the internet. I'm just like where is a survivor talking about this? Because I feel so alone. Like, I just fucking wish he'd have killed me. I wish he'd have fucking killed me. Because living like this is fucking horrible. Like I am faced with the reality, like my foolishness for trusting him, the fact that he's like a monster, like still out in the world, and like almost killed me, like felony domestic violence, and all he got is probation. And it's like, it's fucked up. It's just completely fucked up. And and like my life will never be the same, and I don't want this life. I just, like, I look back, I just fucking wish he would have fucking killed me. I just fucking wish he would have killed me. And you know, like, and maybe, you know, my complaints, maybe my challenges are like nothing compared to the challenges of other survivors of non-fatal strangulation in domestic abuse situations. Like, I don't know about that. What I know is what I'm dealing with. And like, I can't swallow properly. So, and it seems like I don't produce enough saliva also. Like, my mouth is just dry. So I don't know if that's nerve damage. I kind of assume that it's nerve damage is the reason for my swallowing difficulty and my mouth being exceptionally dry. It's like I cannot at all like lubricate like the very back of my throat. Like, it feels like there's just this like portion of my throat that like there's no lubrication. Like it should be doing something, and it's just like static. Well, I don't know. In the hospital, I did the barium swallow. They checked me to see if I was aspirating. I was not getting liquid or food into my lungs, which is what the hospital fucking cares about, because you can die from that. Like that'll cause pneumonia really easily, right? But I don't have a proper swallow. It's difficult to swallow. Like, after I eat anything, it's like hours before it feels like the food is out of my throat. But like, it's every swallow. It's every time I swallow. And that's like, and it feels like there's always something in the back of my throat, and it's fucking maddening, and I fucking hate it. And then the other element of this is that it has dramatically changed my voice. My voice is drastically altered, and I am permanently fucking damaged because I trusted someone. I am permanently damaged because I'm a fucking domestic abuse victim. And I've never felt like so identified with that word victim in my life. And I've been a fucking victim, right? Like, I was a victim of domestic violence. My dad, was violent. Not really, not beating me, but like slamming me against the wall type of things. And then my dad also molested me. Didn't rape me. I reported it before it got to that. And I was a victim of domestic violence. My first boyfriend became violent, especially when he would drink alcohol. And he certainly he put his hands on my throat to shut me up. He knocked me out cold. I definitely got concussions from him. Like, he was really strong. Like, there was this time that he just popped me in one eye, just fucking flat out punched me in one eye, and I was like stunned, and I looked back at him, and then I just dropped. I was just out, just fucking like out like a light. And it was, and I woke up and was like, my eye was swelling shut, and I had to get the broken contact pieces. I had a hard contact at that time, and like, and all that I went through didn't make me resonate, didn't make me identify with the label of victim. In, was that 2014 or something, a friend of mine like basically date raped me. I was so drunk that I couldn't sit up against a wall or crawl or speak at all, not a sentence. And that was rape. And I didn't even like realize that was rape until the Me Too movement happened, honestly, because it's like, well, I got really drunk, so it's my fault, right? Like, I'm so drunk that I'm a rag doll, so it's my fault, right? No, yeah. And I experienced from that, I experienced, like, every time I closed my eyes, I saw the face of my rapist. It was like a mindfulness challenge, for me to picture, like, what I would do was try to replace, like, I'm seeing his face, I need to see my own face when I close my eyes, and like, that's what I did. And I still did not resonate or identify with that victim, with that word, like, at all. But now I do. I absolutely just feel like a victim. I just absolutely feel like a victim, and I feel so helpless, and I feel so foolish, and like, every fucking red flag was there. Every fucking red flag was there. And everyone warned me. And everyone in his life warned me. Like, people, like, his friends were, like, stepping out. They were just, like walking out the door, like, I am done with this motherfucker. And just, like, by the way, Mindy, I'm done with him. You should know. Like, all of his fucking friends, everyone in his life told me, run away, do not look back. Did I listen? No. No, I did not. The reason for that is what I believe is the twin flame connection. Um, I need to do a separate video on that. Like I know a lot of people are in just toxic, codependent, abusive relationships under the umbrella, the delusional whatever twin flame bullshit. And like in my case, like I don't think that you would be so quick to dismiss that this was twin flame experience if you like had all of the just the bullet points of our relationship throughout our lives. But yeah, that's basically why I stayed. Like I felt like it was being obedient to God, being with him. And so now the position that I'm in is like, okay, so God just like fucking sacrificed my voice and my identity for him to like maybe save him. Because this case that he caught, like now he's, you know, he's got to stay clean, he's got to jump through the hoops, and like this could really be the reason that he turns his life around, because I reported domestic violence. And I'm not the only woman that he's abusing either. Like multiple of his cohorts, his buddies, when they were like fucking done with him, told me that this is what he does, that they've personally seen him abuse women, and that this is what he does, this is who he is. And it's like, okay, well, yeah. When I got strangled, I didn't realize the severity of it. You know, I was also like in shock, and I had just taken like a major beating to the head. Like he fucking, I don't know, he hit me in the head hard. I mean, just like 20 fucking times. Like that concussion was so fucking real. My teeth were chipped. And I didn't want to go to the hospital at all. But the paramedics, they saw his hands printed on my neck and the pediche, whatever. Spots on the roof of my mouth that indicated strangulation, and so I had to go. And in the hospital they were like, okay, well, the damage to your neck, you could actually just like die spontaneously in the next 72 hours, so you can't be left alone at all. And like that was like, holy shit, like I didn't even want to like come here. I didn't think that it was a big deal, you know. And yeah, so it is a big deal. It doesn't take much to permanently damage your throat, and that's what I'm living with now. I don't know, maybe that'll be good. I have a cat. There's a cat in here currently. I'm allergic to cats. It's not going to be staying here. But there's a cat in here currently. It's making my throat itch. And I'm like, is this good? Because the way I like suck my tongue down the back of my throat to like get that cat scratch itch that cat allergy causes in the back of the throat, if you're familiar with that, like maybe that'll be good, maybe it'll be stimulating. You know me, I'm like, every fucking thing that happens, I'm like, well, maybe that random fucking thing is gonna be like my saving grace. Like I don't fucking know, you know. And every day, like just every fucking day, like every day that I live through, like I don't want to live through it. Like if I'm not distracting myself, and like let's also just take into consideration the fact that like for some fucking reason Mindy can't look at a fucking screen without getting sick. So it's not like I have like the whole fucking internet to entertain myself and distract myself, okay? Like I've got streaming services, I've got Netflix, I can like watch shit. But like as far as interacting with other people, as far as engaging my mind, like, I can't fucking, like, inform myself. Like, I can't do anything educational online. I can't stimulate my mind. I can't look at a fucking screen without getting sick. It causes pre-seizure symptoms. And nobody fucking knows why. Mayo Clinic doesn't want to take me to try to figure it out, so that's fucking fine. I don't have a neurology appointment until July next year. Yeah. Yeah. A whole fucking year to see a neurologist, and I'm like allergic to fucking LED lights and screens. It's LED lights, like any LED light, like a fucking like I will almost go like unconscious and start like twitching from fucking headlights, because there's LED fucking headlights on fucking cars now. Like, the whole world is switching to LEDs. They're just like overhead lighting in a salon fucking like taking me down. Like, fucking sucks. My life already fucking sucked, okay? Already I'm fucking disabled, severely disabled. I have deeply infiltrating endometriosis, which like causes like nerve pain from endometrial implants and all that shit. And I have nerve damage. They don't know what the fuck the nerve damage is from, but it's most severe on the right side. But it's severe in both the right and left side, the nerve conduction study reveals. And I have chronic Lyme disease and chronic migraines. I'm diagnosed as having chronic migraines. And my life was already like so miserable, you know? And my fucking abuser is like, oh, you're just a hypochondriac. Like, you're not even sick, and you're imagining that your voice changed, and like, you couldn't sing before anyway. And it's like, well, there's like a whole fucking world of people out there that begs to differ, you know? And like, my voice was good enough that like 10,000 people preferred me reading Ready Player One to Will Wheaton. So like, yeah, I definitely would have been able to read books if I could have just figured out the fucking screen difficulty, right? Then I could have gotten paid to just read audio books, to just like create audio books. Like, that's the thing. You can just get paid to read audiobooks if you have a good voice. And I had a good voice. I don't have a good voice anymore. I also had aspirations, goals, and had made like strides and steps. Like, I've been in a recording studio, like vocal career, voiceover, all that shit's off the table. All that shit's off the table forever. Like, that is out of the question now. And that fucking sucks, right? But like, just not being able to sing and able to like regulate my emotions and express joy. Like, I have always been such a little songbird, and it's just, it is like the most devastating fucking thing. And I don't know that anybody gets it. I don't know that anybody understands like how fucking maddening it is to just like I can't fucking swallow. Every fucking time I try to swallow, I'm reminded that I was fucking stupid and I stayed with somebody that I shouldn't have stayed with, you know. And it's so much worse that it wasn't like it wasn't a fucking argument that escalated. I didn't do any fucking thing to antagonize him at all. The TV woke him up and he attacked me. The TV woke him up. My life is ruined over TV volume. And he's out here acting like his life is ruined because he's got a couple years of probation. And it's like, after those years of probation, like, your life is restored. Like you're not permanently fucking damaged, so you don't get it. And he's all bent out of shape. Like, he's homeless on the street and bent out of shape. And he's got this case. He's got to jump through all these hoops, and he can't get his shit together. And he's got severe mental illness, obviously, post-traumatic stress disorder and multiple addictions, right? And he's like, my life is ruined and it's because of you, and like, I love you and I hate you. And I'm like, I get it, dude. I fucking get it. Like I try to frame it like in my mind to myself, and whenever I'm talking to him also, because like it does, like the blame game does nobody any good. It's his fault, it's my fault, it's God's fault. That doesn't make me feel any better. None of those things makes me feel any better about it. Not at all. Not even a little bit. So like I say, like the incident, like what happened to me has severely negatively impacted my daily life. I want to die. I want to die. I want to die more than ever. Like, and I'm just like, okay, well, if I can't fucking die, then like, how can I just like fucking check out? And I'm just like, I'm like sincerely, I'm like sincerely. Just deciding to just be an alcoholic. Like, I'm just gonna throw 4 years of sobriety away, and I'm just gonna like, I'm gonna go all in, and I'm just like, I'm like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this, and I just like, I just wish that I could talk to someone else that understands what it's like, like the sound of my voice, like the feeling of not being able to swallow. It's like his hands are always around my neck, and they will always be there for the rest of my life. And I just don't want to live like this. And I can't find anybody to talk to about it. People who have known me, you know, personally in real life for a long time, like they're like, yeah, like your voice is different. It's not so bad though, Mindy. It's not so bad. And it's like, yeah, but it's not my voice. But he took my voice. But he permanently took my joy and my ability. And I can't do anything about it. I try getting. Now, what are you gonna play with this? That's a snot rag, basically. A delicious snot rag. If you want to bat it around, that's fine. I try to press on my throat. I try to do different things to like get a good swallow, and sometimes I kind of do. And and if I can get like a huge gulp of like ice cold water, it kind of feels, but like every time after I eat, like for hours I'm dealing with it, and I'm dealing with it every day, and every time I open my mouth, I'm just like this fucking horrific reality, like my life was already like this horrible nightmare that I couldn't wake up from, and it just got so much fucking worse. Like it's such a particular, like, personal crafted hell for me specifically, having to live like this. And I'm like, why did God allow this? Well, God gives you free will, right? So like, you didn't have to have him come over, and like, I wish, you know, I wish to God that I would have recognized that he was violently deranged as soon as he got up and was like hitting my TV. I wish to God I had gone out into my hallway and told him, just get the fuck out. Just get the fuck out. Just, you know, and I've learned since then, because I've spent time with them since then. Yes, I have. This is like twin flame love of my life. Like, it's fucking insane. It's fucking insane that I could even feel safe with this guy after what he's done to me. And strangling me and giving me the concussion, chipping my teeth is not the only thing that he's done to me. He beat me, and I have a scar on alongside my nose. He fucking held a knife to my throat and threatened to kill me. He just went down a laundry list of like gangs that I might be affiliated with in opposition to his affiliation. And I'm just like, no, no. And finally it's just like, are you here to get yourself killed? Are you here to kill me? And like, sincerely, no. Like, I've like everything in me believes that God made us for one another, and I'm devoted to you. And well, what are you doing? Please don't knock the fan out of the window. I think it might be helping with the cigarette smoke. It's fucking bullshit that I sound like a smoker now. I just kind of sound like a smoker now. I think I sound old and ugly and monstrous, and like, if he, like, it's so weird. He wants me to hurt, but he doesn't want to take credit for his work. Like, he won't allow me to have the damage, but he wants me to suffer. It's fucking, but he's insane. But he is insane. And so I'm just like, I'm not okay. I'm just not okay. And I just keep saying that I'm not okay. And I keep like saying it on Facebook. I keep telling all my friends, I'm not okay. But I've like, and I have dealt with suicidal ideation since I was like 4 years old. Okay? Like I've felt so done with this world, and periodically, like, everything just feels so false, artificial, and fake, like it's literally fucking paperboard that I can just crumple, like no one's even real, and like, derealization, depersonalization, dissociation, you know, those things. And I've been aware that suicide isn't an escape. That if I commit suicide, I have to come back and do it again, and it'll just be harder and worse the next time. And I'm looking at that now, and it's like, well, if I go back and do it again, and I know what to do differently, because I do know what to do differently, because God told me to fuck with that little motherfucker in 6th grade, and I didn't realize that. So like, maybe if I kill myself, like, maybe I need to kill myself to go back around and fix it. Like, I'm, you know, like, I don't even think that it's a way out. But it's never more than now felt like an actual option that I should exercise. And every day that I don't kill myself, I just wake up another day and I'm like, okay, still really just wish he had killed me. Still really just wish I was dead. Still, this quality of life, this is no fucking life. Like, compassionately release me, bro, please. And I'm like, realistically, like, I'm gonna decide to be an alcoholic and kill myself that way. That's really what we're coming to. I wish I could smoke pot to check out. That would be a relatively, like, safe thing to do. I can't smoke pot. For some reason, it affects my nerves. It makes it feel like I'm like peeing myself, and I have the worst UTI like ever. So like the feeling, a distinct feeling of urinating on myself, but I can't tell whether I'm going or not. But the pain, as if I'm urinating with a horrible urinary tract infection, like it burns like fucking fire. And 99% of the time I'm not peeing myself, and it just fucking burns like I'm peeing myself, but I can't fucking tell. And that's it's a horrible thing to experience. And I don't want to experience that. So obviously, like, my body can't handle marijuana. I can't check out doing that. I think, like, well, if I was drunk, maybe I wouldn't even notice that my voice is trash. Like, if I was drunk, maybe I wouldn't even care that I can't sing the songs anymore. Like maybe I could just. And I just like try to be okay. It's like, okay, so he was a monster. He's destroyed me. My sacrifice that I made was still for love. Even though I don't have any relationship with him, like, I still decided to make that sacrifice for love. Even though it didn't win me love, still made it for love. I try to be in gratitude, and I'm like, well, I don't like the sound of my voice. It doesn't sound like me, even when I cry. Even when I cry really hard, it's just not even familiar sounds. It's just not even my voice anymore. And I don't like hearing it. It upsets me to hear it. It reminds me that I'm a victim to hear it. So I don't talk to myself as much. And I think that, like, that is helping me to get better at having internal thoughts again. That's something that I lost. I lost from brain damage, um, from the damage of antipsychotics. Like, their goal is to prevent voices in your head. Like, I can't even, like, have internal thoughts. So I've been, like, healing from that over the years, because I haven't been forcibly administered antipsychotics since 2021. So that's nice. And I'm like, all right, it's like strengthening my ability to think to myself, and that's a good thing. Like, there's no one in my life to bother, but, like, my ex-boyfriend was really bothered by how much I talk to myself. And I'm, like, way less talkative now. Like, I'm, and it's weird, like, sometimes I can just, like, overcome it. Sometimes I can just, like, be okay with it. I don't know how to get there. Like, I love him. I love him so much. The guy that did this to me. I love him so much. And I became devoted to him in 2013. And I we had met in 6th grade, didn't know each other at all. Not friends, barely spoke, right? Like just friendly in passing in the classroom, whatever. And 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 I became devoted to him in 2013, and then 7 years later we crossed paths again. He's back in my life, and like recognizing that twin flame is not always a romantic connection. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting anything to come of it, and pretty early on in the relationship, I said things that evolution of human consciousness, like we are all like one consciousnous, God experiencing itself upon the plane board of time and space. Like that creates the illusion of separation. That is an illusion. However, we all are all one thing, and that's why karma works the way it does, and like all kinds of stuff. Like I just like I am that I am that I am, and I woke up just fucking shot out of the Matrix when I was 5 years old. No rhyme or reason that anyone has for that. And like I shared that with him, and like blew his mind, and he was like, fuck, you're crazy, and just like bounced. And I was just fine. It's just fine with that. Just absolutely fine with that. That happened a couple more times, and I was just like absolutely fine with that. Like he left, and every time he left my life, I'm good, totally good. Like, well, I mean, I was devoted to this motherfucker. Like, I'm gonna have to come back around again, because it was Sean Todd all this time, and I've got to live another human life, because I missed that Sean Todd thing in 6th grade. Didn't know that was God. Didn't realize that. Didn't understand what that attraction was, what that interest was. Didn't understand that. Now I do. And the only way out of this is with him. So I've gotta have another fucking human life, and that fucking sucks. And I resigned myself to do that in 2013. But I was like, okay, I'm not gonna fall for false light. I'm not gonna fall for my twin flame energy coming through anyone else that's able to channel it, because their spirit door is open, and because Sean Todd's spirit door is open, for it to go fucking traveling about to find me. And that meant like I'm not gonna have sex. I'm not gonna have sex with anyone unless we're married in the church under God. And very likely that's not going to happen, so I'm just done having sex for the rest of my life, right? Like, this is my thinking in 2013. And I'm never going to see Sean Todd again, obviously. Like, yeah. I was like, that'd be quite a trick, God, if you did that. Like, I would sit up and pay attention. And so 7 years later, when the motherfucker came back into my life, and he's like a fucking crazy crack addict and abusive and everything, it's like, okay, well, yeah, like I shouldn't have stayed, but like I do feel so much gratitude that the devotion that I felt, the surety that I felt, the compatibility that he was indeed the energy that I identified as a cartoon in the left corner of my screen at all times, like that like my just fucking like crazy fucking delusional sounding decision that God informed me that it's Sean Todd for me, like having confirmation of that come 2020, getting to know him, getting to love him, understanding the level of compatibility, understanding a whole new level of love and connectivity that is above and beyond anything even I have experienced as a very spiritually aware, extra sensing, clairvoyant person all my life. You know, like if you, like anybody that becomes friends with me, like we become tight, like I'm gonna be privy to your thoughts a little bit, you know, like that's just how that is. Like timing is gonna be eerie. Like fucking spend time with me, it's gonna be like you're witnessing shit in the Twilight Zone. That's just how it is, right? So like you know, um I'm saying that like this is the most intense connection I felt with another person in my life, which is really saying something, you know. And I'm so grateful to have that complete picture. Like in 2013, I was like, okay, God, like I will come back and do another life because I'm supposed to be with Chantal. I understand that. And and to not have any idea, really, like he's just this weird little fucking kid. And and then to meet him as adults, and like, and we have the same aspirations, we have the same like talents and goals and dreams, and like I mean like every fucking goal, every, like I mean perfectly matched. Like it's crazy. And like the and like the similarities and like the amount of stuff that we like there's no separating me from him. um and there never will be. But like to have been blindly devoted to that for 7 years, and then to actually meet him, and even though he's broken and damaged and fucked up and probably fucked for the rest of this life, he's just gonna fuck it off. um you know, to understand that, to have that full picture, like, oh, I was devoted blindly, but now I see completely clearly why, how we are made for one another. Like we're fucking like twins, man. And and I'm really grateful to have that experience, right? So I find I you just search for gratitude. Just I'm just struggling, you know, for fucking like bars to climb up, and it's gratitude and forgiveness and love, right? And and so I'm so thankful for that. Um Thankful to have felt a connection such as that, and you know, to have fallen in love with him, to have been loved by him. He laid hands on me and healed me. I've laid hands on him and healed him. Um, I can't, I can't wish that I had never met him, because having had that connection and having lost it, and having like even having my trust betrayed and my heart broken, all of that, like I can't honestly say that I wish he hadn't come back. That I hadn't, you know, met him as an adult. I think that I think that I could say that I wish I'd never met him at all. Like that we had never crossed paths, that we weren't in sixth grade together, right? Except that I am I am just so certain that this is a decree from the highest power, and and that for lifetimes he and I have just been chasing one another through an ever-shifting labyrinth. And it's a miracle that we found one another, and a miracle that we found one another yet again and again and again. I think is that, I don't know. I feel like I should really like sit and count actually like how many opportunities like I had to do something, but I don't know. I'm just, I just feel so utterly destroyed, and like I think it's really hard for me, it being not a normal situation for me, that like I can't I can't just move on. Like I can't just meet a nice guy and move on. You know, I can't indulge or distract myself with carnal lust of the fleshly, you know, realm. I don't mess around with anybody that's not my boyfriend, and I'm not gonna have sex. I'm not gonna do anything below the belt until unless I am married to my husband. And you know, the only reason that I had sex with Sean Todd and did anything below the belt also, um, but you know, sexual intercourse, like the only reason that I did that with him is because it's him. Like, and I wanted to wait until he and I were married, but he kept talking about marriage like he wanted to marry me, and that was very believable, which was maybe just bullshit from him. But you know, like, I'm, from my perspective, like God says this is supposed to be my husband, you know, maybe not in this lifetime, but maybe in this lifetime now, you know, like, I mean, I thought for sure not in this lifetime, you know. And for 7 years it was just like, I'm not falling for any of this shit, not hooking up with anybody. Like, I've got my eye on that. And you know, like, and I know I don't know everything. I know I don't know everything, you know. I will be, I mean, at this point, I mean, I'll be pleasantly, I mean, it'll be fun. I'll be laughing, of course, because I'll be in spirit, like, not, you know, like, not in this suffering human husk anymore, right? But like, at the end of life, if it's not him, if the big reveal is that is not Sean Todd, like, that'll just be fucking hilarious. But that will be a big surprise. Like, I will be so surprised if it wasn't him all along, and if I was wrong about this. Um, so I'm like, yeah, I'm just like trying to process this every day of my life, and just not able to find anyone online who is talking about how fucking devastating it is to lose something as integral to your identity as your voice. And then also, like, I'm not connecting to anyone that was a gifted vocalist, and that like my opportunities, like, doors are closed to me that were wide open before, and that's hard to fucking deal with. And just like fucking like not being able to get a proper swallow, it's just like, it's horrible. And I want to be disconnected from my body. I want to be checked out of reality. And like, I think, like, I just honestly think that that's gonna happen. um like, funny enough, Sean Todd, last time he called, he was like, if you want to, you know, cut on yourself, or do, I don't know what he said, like, do a speedball or 8 ball. I don't even know fucking drug lingo. I don't do hard drugs. um but he was like, I fully endorse that. Just destroy yourself. And you know, like, I don't. He won. He won. If I just think he won. I just think he won. I think that, you know, the devil made a bet, and 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 God was like, my Mindy won't stray, my Mindy won't stray. Like, he's fucking wrong, because this has shaken my faith like you would not believe. And I don't see any good coming of me losing my voice, and and having to deal with this additional disability, this additional physical damage and inability. It's just too much, and it's just so fucked up. It's so fucked up, because like I had full-blown akathisia, and I looked at God and I was like, if you want me to walk and never sleep for the rest of my life, then I will do so singing your praise, singing your praise. And so the next time the devil rose against me, he took my voice. I don't I don't have it like I did. I don't have it like I did. I don't have faith like I did. I don't have faith like I did then. In 2021, when I had full-blown akathisia, I had faith. Something's different now. Like, Sean Owen has darkened my life in this way. Like, he's stained it. He's ruined me somehow. Like, I'm getting his name tattooed on my knuckles, because, like, just fucking sign your work. You know? Well, there's multiple reasons for that. Like, he's the cartoon on the left. So, cartoon on my left hand. Like, I didn't even fucking remember that he was left-handed. I did not even have any awareness that he was left-handed when I was like, in 2013, I was like, that thing to the left, that thing that's always to my left, that cartoon to the left, that's him. That's him. And like, also, like, is Sean Todd the devil? Like, I think so. Like, I think it's been like this, like is Mindy Lee the devil, or is Sean Todd the devil? And I think he wins. I think he wins. I think he wins. And I don't know. I don't know how many more days I'm gonna be able to go. It's just not fucking drinking myself into oblivion. Because it's all I want to fucking do. It's all I want to fucking do. It's all I want to fucking do. Every day that I don't swallow that whole fucking bottle of pain pills that I have. Oh God, every time I take a couple of them just to deal with my very real nerve damage, chronic pain condition, I'm like, that's a couple less that I don't have as full a bottle to fucking down the whole fucking bottle and kill myself with later. And I just feel like I'm just like, I've never wanted alcohol so bad in my life. And I just, like, he destroyed me. He destroyed me. He absolutely destroyed me. He just absolutely destroyed me. And I think God brought me into his life to strip away his life of sin and addiction. And I was puppeted around to do my best there. I mean, like having an actual split personality, dissociative identity disorder that's always co-conscious, that I'm in the back seat or I'm in the passenger seat and and privy to everything that's going on, and able to, you know, argue or gripe at whoever's in the driver's seat, you know, like that is another element of this that just like that solidifies for me that I have just been a puppet used for something. And I know, like, being that I am the only human alive as far as I'm aware that just like fully knows that they are God having a human experience, like like the shit that I have been able to do and know, like you wouldn't believe my life story because it's too fucking fictional sounding, but like it's 100% real. And you know, I don't think I'm a pawn on the board. I think I'm a queen that was just sacrificed to position the king to be taken down. And that just burns my biscuits. It just pisses me off. It just pisses me off. It pisses me off. The way that I feel so fucking used, like just this fucking little puppet of something bigger than me. Call it God, maybe it's the devil, maybe it is the devil. And it's just so frustrating. It's just so frustrating that I can't even like even, you know, fucking identify. I can't even put any like weight into that. It has no bearing because like God is the devil. They're one. It's like that's the same thing. Like it's all God, everything is God, all is God, nothing is not God, which means the devil is also God. So it's just like it's just like my awareness fucking pisses me off. Like I would like to not be aware. That would be nice. And I just feel like there would be something to gain from having a dialogue with someone else who has suffered similarly. You know, whether that's following twin flame to like your fucking cross, you know, like I look at it as like Jesus on the cross. Like, did you just compare yourself to Jesus, Mindy? I did, yes. I lost my voice. That is God fucking walking me up to the fucking cross, I tell you. And and I don't know, you know, I don't know that that's gonna make it better. I don't know that that's gonna make it feel better or be healing or cathartic or anything. But I just like cannot fucking find anyone talking about non-fatal strangulation, the symptoms, and what it's like surviving that. So I'm looking for those voices, and I'm being that voice, and that's all I know how to do. So thank you. If you know of some forum or something where survivors are discussing this, like, please tell me. I know nobody in my life gets it. And and everybody in my life also really judges me because the red flags, like, Sean Todd may as well be painted red from head to toe. Like, everyone is like, you're so stupid and we told you and this is your fault. And it's like, well, yeah, I know. I was just trying to obey God. And I feel like I failed him and everyone and myself. So yeah. I am a victim of domestic violence. I survived non-fatal strangulation. I will be impacted for the rest of my life. And part of the reason why is the fact that I could forgive so completely and compassionately and stand fearless with perfect love in front of this individual, even after he beat me, even after he scarred my face, even after he put a knife to my throat, even after he threatened in detail to rape and kill me. Just absolutely fearless and in perfect love, forgiveness, detachment from the past. So that's my story. I want to hear your story. So please comment. If you have a video talking about your story, please tell me. Put that link. Can you put links in the comments? Just tell me like exactly what to search for so I can connect with you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for hearing me out. Thank you everyone for being here. I just don't have love and light to give right now, and I don't fake it. When I don't feel it, I don't say it. I don't ever fake it. I gotta get away from that voice. We gotta learn to talk in this higher voice, I guess. Just trying to do it so there's not rub. I'm just trying to talk so there's not that vibration, so there's not that roughness, so there's not the vibrato in my tone. No rub, no vocal fry. Just trying to talk so that I don't sound damaged.